Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my shop. Alright, today we're going to do a little bit of work here on the 49 Chevrolet 231. I hit a double pothole. I couldn't avoid it, and knocked my exhaust loose again, but it didn't damage the donut, so all I had to do was tighten it up. But I noticed, that's when I really started noticing some play in my steering. And what I'm going to do is tighten up this tie rod end, and I guess I'll just show you how I'm doing it. So stay tuned. Alright, it's going to be hard to see. We'll see if we can't show you. But right here, the tie rod end, I'm going to wiggle it. With the tire off, it's kind of hard. It's easier to do with the tire on. But you can see there'll be some play right in this area, right in there. So I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but let's get that. See if we can clear some of that grease away a little bit. It's a lot easier to reproduce with the tire on. You get more leverage, but there was considerable play. So what I'm going to do is take the end cap on, and I'm going to tighten it down some. So here we go. All right, got me a piece of cardboard down here to kind of catch some of this crud that's going to come out and around. All right. I cleaned this not too long ago, and it's just really full of crud. Couldn't tell that I cleaned it. See, and there's a cotter key. Let me get all right. Cotter key is what keeps it from slipping around. Now, I had taken that apart probably 20,000 miles or so ago, and so the holes there, I think there's other holes. See if we can find some. Summers. See, it shouldn't even turn that easy. The whole rod, I mean. Okay. I won't break my craftsman screwdriver. Boy, it tightened up a lot. Now it says in the manual to have some play. So what we need to do is find them holes. There's one up there at the top. Okay, I knew there was one at 12 o'clock. If you noticed, I turned it a good, right there. I turned it a good 45 degrees. Might have to get a pick. All right. Okay, I'm using a pick to get them holes cleaned out. Some of this really caked on good. Yeah, might as well look at it. See that plug of the screws? Okay, just a regular plug. Okay, you got a cap. May have to get a. See how much play now? I may have to get a magnet. Yeah. That's almost as bad as there we go. There's the cup. See how it's got a cup part there? And he looks okay. All right. Clean him up a little bit. There you can see better. See, there's the inside. That's where the ball rides on. Okay. Now, you can see the ball. Well, maybe not. Okay. And there's the ball right there. Okay. Now there's a cup and a spring on the other side of that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just clean it up some, and then I'll put it back together and give it a good greasing. Okay. See, and that cup will go with the this part down. Okay. because the ball has a rod coming up. All right. Okay, he's in good. Clean him up good. Okay. Okay, so I believe I can go a little more than that. So I'm going to try to go a little more. Maybe turn it another 180, let's see. And that's really right to the, oh, that's too tight there. Okay, right to there. Okay. All right, I don't see any play now. Now I'm going to try to run it up tighter now, just for GP. And that's it. See if there's any other holes. I believe there is. And right there. Okay, he'll go tighter. I'm gonna back him off just a hair. All right. Just a hair more. See, that's where you get a lot of your play. Okay, there you go. He feels tighter. When you put grease in there, should get a lot. Here's your grease zerk up top there. It'll tighten them up more. Just a little bit. All right. All right, and we're gonna put some grease in this bad boy and call it a day. All right, be right back. You know, when you're dealing with a grease zerk that's not had any grease in it, well, but you know, I greased this thing not too long ago. Well, make sure you got a clean shot to it, and I got an air grease gun. It was tight. Still don't see it coming out the bottom. There it is, right there. So you come out right there. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, that should tighten him up good. I'll know more when I get the wheel on and give it a check. But I believe he'll be all right. He's definitely tighter. Probably by at least 180 degrees. I didn't count how many threads I went. But I'm not seeing any play now. Okay. Okay. All right, put the wheel on. All right, now we got the wheel on. There's no play. Okay. Now, with such a long tie rod, there's going to be a little bit of play. These tight ends, these front ends weren't as they weren't as never as tight, even brand new, as to say an IFS. But the good thing is, see, you can adjust a whole lot of stuff. You can actually rebuild those tie rod ends also, as long as the post is good on the or the knob, or I guess you could call it a ball joint, is good that's on the spindle arm here. Then you can actually get the whole kit to rebuild that, so that's a good thing. Anyway, there's no play. Very good. No play in the wheel bearing. That should tighten it up some. Like I say, I just had this thing. I just did a big preventative maintenance on this thing about well, back in the late summer, early fall, and all this should have been done. But, and I've had my exhaust pipe come loose before. But, I mean, that was I'm talking a very wicked pothole. It's a double pothole covering both lanes, so you couldn't go around it unless you could get in the other lane. And I had oncoming traffic coming the other way, so I just had to try to slow down and absorb it. And there was a bang. So anyway, knocked my exhaust loose, and that's when I started noticing some play here. So I believe I got it all situated. Now I also put new shoes all the way around on this, and ends up I've only got about 1,500 miles on it since I on them new, and I had to adjust them. I mean, I had to give them a pretty good adjustment here on the front. So anyway, just goes to show you, when you don't have self-adjusting drums, pretty much anytime when you got one of these things jacked up to do anything, it's good to check the adjustment. If you keep good brake pedal, well, that's good stopping. All right, here we go. All right, let's test this puppy out. She's idling kind of high because it's cold. It's freezing out, and so we got the heat on, and let's see what we can do. All right, we've got about 5 miles, I don't know, 5-6 minutes of cruising. I'm finally starting to feel some heat, and number one, the play is definitely less now in my steering. That definitely improved it. The tightening up that tie rod end. I had checked and adjusted the others previously. I just never did this one, so that's why I didn't go show doing the other ones. Adjusting the brakes has made a big difference again. Those new shoes breaking in must have wore pretty good in those 1,500 miles or so since I installed them. So I've got a whole lot better pedal now too. So anyway, so it seems like it's been a successful repair. But we'll know more as we cruise some more, and especially on a cold day. You know, the extremes in weather, be it cold or hot, will bring out the worst in machinery. So I guess we'll see here. Like I say, it's freezing, so we shall see. All right. Oh, that heat. I can feel that heat. That's good. One more thing. I just thought about it here while I'm cruising. My brother came to me a while back and said that mice were starting to overrun his kitchen. And so we got to searching around for, we put up traps and live traps and regular traps and all kinds of stuff. They, them scutters even figured out how to steal food off the regular snap traps, the traditional traps. But anyway, the glue strip traps ended up being the best. But he kept saying, man, I'm catching like three or four a day, and this ran for about a couple days. So we got on the World Wide Web, the www, and YouTube in particular, and saw where these people were showing how peppermint spray would work for them and how it was successfully working for them. So I purchased this small bottle, of the solid extract. Come on, pup, get on the crosshair. He's not in a big hurry at all, was he? And I bought a brand new, I didn't want to contaminate it with any cleaner or anything, so I bought a brand new spray bottle, one of them, standard spray bottles. I'd tell you the ounces, but I'd probably be wrong, and I'll probably correct it once I get home and look at it. But anyway, I think the extract, the peppermint extract, was concentrated. It was not, it wasn't filtered or anything. It was strong. As soon as you cracked the cap on the thing, you could smell it at arm's length. So I mixed it, the whole little bottle, to the big bottle of spray. We cleaned out his drawers and his kitchen drawers, and sprayed them down and put some glue strips down, and for a solid week now there's been no mice, no evidence of mice, and none caught on the trap. So with that done, what I did was, I've been noticing, my shop, if all of us that has shops will have mice. It's just unless you've got a good sealed shop, you're going to have a problem with it. And sometimes you'd get in your old truck and you could smell them, and or even worse, they may start working on your wiring. They haven't ever been that bad to me as far as my wiring, but they have been. I have smelled the telltale smell in my trucks. So for the past week or so, I've been spraying my truck down, both my trucks, and of course, I can't say if there is mice or anything because I never saw them anyway, but and I can't really say that I smell any evidence of them, because all I'm smelling now is that fragrance of peppermint, and it's not a bad smell, to tell you the truth. Kind of reminds me of peppermint candy around Christmas time. But it seems to work. It's working at his place, and it seems to work. Maybe it works here in the truck. I'll even squirt down the engine compartment all over everything, which means I got to wipe my chrome down every now and again. But we'll just see what that does here come this winter. So anyway, I just thought I'd pass that along. Concentrated peppermint spray mixed in a spray bottle with water. All right. Another great cruise. Everything's working like it should. So we're going to stick a fork in it. I want to thank you for watching. Hope you have a good one. And we'll see you on the next time. See you.